Hello everyone, this is Kristen, your host from Limitless Spoons, and today I really wanted to do, I actually filmed this whole thing and it actually did not film, so I'm here doing this again. So love Mercury retrograde, this is fun, but really I had a whole nother video planned for today. And then the unfortunate events happened yesterday with the children and that had lost their lives through a tragic event that had happened here in Texas. And I lit a candle for the children and the family and friends who have lost their loved ones yesterday. And I'm lighting the candle for anybody else who is dealing with loss in their life and is grieving as well, or anybody who has lost someone. And I just wanted to do this video really to do a different perspective on things. I know a lot of people are angry and have a lot of anger in their hearts, which is very understandable. There are things that do need to change and happen, but right now is not a time to be rash and do things too quickly, especially with anger. And obviously the system that has been going on and continues to show that it's no longer working and that it's naturally falling apart because it's not working. The way that we keep doing things and the way that we keep handling things is just not working anymore. And I really just wanted to do this video because I know and have dealt with a not traumatic like a shooting or losing a child, but I lost my mom from cancer this year in February, and it's the last week and a half has actually been pretty rough, and I had not made another video because with that going on and the process of just doing something new in my life has been difficult to move forward. And I just wanted to do this video because I felt deeply in my heart that people need to be there for others whenever they do lose someone or go through something that is painful. And right now in this world, we're under a spiritual attack, whether you would want to believe that or not. We really need to show more empathy and love towards one another. Really, there just needs to be a different way how we handle things, and we're all trying to figure out how to do that because obviously things are not working the way that they've been working. And really we need to stop being so hateful towards each other and always pinning things towards one another, and especially with this whole one side thing or another side thing that keeps dividing us. We need to learn to come back together because we were all born imperfectly perfect. We all have different views, different opinions. We all think differently. We all grieve differently. We all do things differently. We all have different paths in life. We all don't deal with the same things, but we do have things that we can relate to with one another. we need to come back together, and we need to all heal and be there for one another. We definitely need to come back in communities and talk with each other, be there. Communities, and it was maybe the next step to getting things done and getting into a different direction. Right now, we need to really start speaking up and speaking out about change and healing. And I really don't think it does any good to talk about what should or shouldn't happen, and especially with politically, that's just not what needs to happen, especially after losing someone. It's that's not the first thing to do. And I just wanted to do a video to show from a different perspective, instead of the same things that we've been doing and talking about, because I definitely was angry earlier, and I was going to do a video and do the same thing about talking about political stuff until God had actually brought insight and, and really honestly trying to put it in a perspective of how I would feel if that was going on when my mom passed away, and that's really something that kind of clicked for me right there. But I get the anger right now, and I just want to do a video with mainly for the families and people who have lost someone, and take a moment just to feel that and do what you need to do: cry, scream, dance, whatever you feel that you need to do. And that's why I lit this candle. I had this candle, and I had lit incense earlier. And so I really don't have much more to really talk about right now. I don't think that's going to do anything, and that's not really going to help at this moment right now. What will help is praying for the family and friends who have lost a child yesterday. If you don't believe in God, whatever you need to do, send love and light, send energy to the universe, to the collective. Do what you need to do. But right now, that is the best thing that those people need, and to show love and compassion instead of anger and rationality. And that's just coming from my perspective. And so I'm going to play 2 songs. The first song is going to be Victim from Avenged Sevenfold, and the second song is going to be Fly to the Angels by Slaughter. And if you don't like that kind of music, then you can either just go ahead and get off this video, or if you just don't want to do any praying or whatever. If you would rather just pause and put on your own music, you're more than welcome to. Whatever makes you feel comfortable and whatever you feel like you need to do, go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and play these 2 songs and do what you need to do. Meditate, pray. Like I said, you need to cry, you need to scream, if you need to dance, do what feels right for you. But I encourage to send loving energy and compassion energy to the people who have lost loved ones yesterday, as well for anybody who has lost somebody recently, or even just someone in general in your life at any point in your life. Send that energy to even to yourself and for others. And that is my main goal for this whole video. And I'm going to go ahead and try to play the music. I know this has been kind of, for me right now, hasn't really been working that great because, like I said, Mercury retrograde, and I want to say that Mars is in Aries right now, which causes a lot of anger as well. If anybody is into astrology or into that. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this on. So I just want to close out this video to just remind you all to be more compassionate and love one another, to be there for the people that are grieving and hurting, even in your lives or in others that you don't know, because we never know when our last day is or when someone else's is as well. Learn to appreciate what you have in your life and who is in your life, and even appreciate the ones that are no longer in your life, that may no longer be friends with you anymore or just don't reach out anymore. Just appreciate just everything that you still have and what you have and who you have and where you're at. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I know yesterday was really tough, and we need to sit back and listen more to our loving and sympathy side than anger. I hope you guys also have a good rest of your weekend. I'm going to continue to leave this candle lit for the families that had lost a loved one yesterday, and let that burn for the rest of the day. I appreciate whoever is listening to this, and God bless.